You feel weak? Good. That's the alarm. That's the sign. Now rise, train harder, think sharper, move stronger. Because no one's coming to rescue you, you build the strength you wish you had. Weak again. That feeling in your chest, that heaviness, that drag in your limbs, that frustration in your head. You think it means you're broken. You think it means you're not enough. But what if it doesn't? What if weakness isn't the end? What if it's the beginning? You've got to understand something right now. Feeling weak isn't failure. It's feedback. It's a signal. A red light flashing in your soul saying, hey, there's something here. Something you've got to fix, build, face. That tightness in your chest when you hesitate. That's not defeat, it's your edge calling. You outdot, but what do you do when that feeling hits? Do you shrink? Do you retreat back into comfort? Into the same safe routine that's been holding you down? Or do you lean into it? Let it burn. Let it teach you where the real work begins. Because here's the truth. Weakness doesn't mean stop. It means start. Start doing the reps your mind avoids. Start pushing the weight your doubt says you can't carry. Start having the hard conversations with yourself, the ones where you strip away every excuse and face the raw version of who you are and who you're becoming. You say you want to be great. Then prove it in the trenches, not when you feel strong. Not when the sun is shining and motivation is high, but when everything in you feels drained and you're tempted to quit. That's where it counts. That's the place champions are born, where nobody is cheering and your body is aching and your mind is begging for relief. That's where strength gets built. This isn't about pretending weakness doesn't exist. It's about refusing to let it define you. Every time you've stumbled, every time you've looked in the mirror and hated what you saw, it was a message, a challenge, a call to level up. But did you answer? Maybe not then, but you will now. Because from this moment on, you stop seeing weakness as the end of the story. It's not a verdict. It's not a life sentence. It's a starting line. You feel small. Good. Start growing. You feel slow. Then move. You feel scared. Then stare that fear dead in the face and go anyway. Strength doesn't arrive like magic. It's carved through friction, through fire, through failure. That weakness, it's the material. The more of it you feel, the more you've got to build. With if you have the guts to shape it, so get up. Wipe the dust off your ambition. You've sulked long enough. There's no room for a pity here. You want to cry about how hard it is. Fine, cry. But cry while you're climbing. Cry while you're lifting. Cry while you're grinding. Because standing still in weakness only makes it worse. You've been gifted a signal. And now you've got a choice. Will you let it paralyze you, or will you let it ignite you? Because deep down, you know the answer. You didn't come this far just to quit at the first crack in your armor. You are not weak, you're raw. There's a difference. Raw means you still have something to build, something to shape, something to fight for. And you'd better believe that fight starts now. No one's coming to rescue you from this moment. No motivational speech. No sudden burst of energy is going to lift the weight for you. It's your pain, your pressure, your opportunity. You want transformation? Then pick up the hammer. Pick up the weight. Pick up the version of yourself that's trying to crawl out of the mess and build. You don't run from weakness anymore. You run through it. You work through it. You become something through it. Because one day, that weakness you feel now, it'll be unrecognizable. It'll be a story. You tell, not a story you live. A scar, not a wound. A reminder of who you used to be before you decided enough was enough. Before you chose to rise. And that rise, it starts right now. How do you think strength is built? You think it just appears one day. You think you wake up and suddenly you're unshakable. No, strength doesn't arrive wrapped in comfort or handed out like a gift. It's earned, and in the fire. Earned when it's hard, when it hurts, when your body says no and your mind whispers quit. Every single time you fell, that was your moment. Not the fall itself, but what you did after. Did you stay down? Or did you drag yourself back up? Bruised, broken, barely breathing but moving anyway. That's where strength is born. Not in easy days, but in brutal ones. Not when you feel like a champion, but when you feel like nothing and you keep going anyway. You want to be strong. Then stop wishing, stop waiting, stop hoping for someone to hand it to you. It's not coming in a box. It's not coming with applause. It's coming with sweat, with doubt, with silence. It's coming when you've got nothing left and you dig anyway. People don't see the fire. They see the result. But you live in the fire. You felt the flames. You felt the days when it all seems impossible. When your heart's heavy and your feet won't move, and still you rise. That's what separates the strong. Not perfection, not talent, not easy victories, but refusal. Refusal to stay broken. Refusal to bow to fear. Refusal to surrender to the ache that says stop. You know that ache? The one in your legs, your chest, your head, the one that screams, "This is too much." But you don't listen to that voice. You've heard it before, and you've walked through it before. Because strength isn't a feeling, it's a decision. A decision to keep swinging when the punches don't land. A decision to keep grinding when the progress is invisible. A decision to keep believing. When the whole world doubts you, including you, you think it's supposed to be easy. You think warriors are made on soft ground. No, they're made in the trenches. They're made in the pain. They're made when everything in you says I can't, and something deeper shouts back, watch me. That's the grind. That's the test. That's the fire. And the truth is you're built for it. You were never meant to cruise. You were meant to climb. You were meant to fall and bleed and question and still rise. Not once, not twice, but over and over again until there's no weakness left. Just will, just fight, just forge. Fireproof focus. So stop waiting for motivation to hit. It won't always. Stop waiting for the pain to leave. It won't not all the way. Stop waiting for someone to carry you. No one's coming. This is yours, your burden, your battle, your breakthrough. You want that strength, then earn it. Earn it when it's cold. Earn it when it's quiet. Earn it when everyone else sleeps and you're still working. Earn it when your mind is screaming and your body is done, but you get up anyway. And every time you do, every rep, every round, every tear, you stack something inside. Something unshakable. Something no one can give you and no one can take away. That's real strength. That's the kind of power that lasts. That doesn't fade with praise or crumble with pressure. That endures. You think you're weak because you fall. No. You're strong because you get back up. Again and again and again. That's the fire working. That's the grind shaping you. One day, the world will see the surface, the wins, the confidence, the control. But only you will know what it cost. Only you will know how many nights you pushed through hell. How many days you dragged yourself forward through chaos, through silence, through doubt. And when that day comes, you won't owe anyone an explanation. Your scars will speak for you. Your strength will scream loud enough. But until then, stay in the fire. Keep showing up. Keep grinding. Keep building. Even when no one sees it. Especially when no one sees it. Because strength isn't given. It's earned. And you're earning it right now. You think power is sudden, like a lightning strike, quick, bright, and over. But it's not. Power isn't born in a moment. It's forged in the endless grind, in the relentless repetition that no one sees. No one applauds. It's in showing up again, and again when your body is screaming to stop and your mind wants to quit. You feel weak. Good. That means there's work to be done. But weakness doesn't disappear with a single act. It dies slowly, killed by consistency, by the refusal to give in, by the daily hammering of effort. You don't wake up strong. You wake up. And you push. You fall. You get up. You push again. You fall again. And every time, you're a little bit stronger. This is the truth. Repetition is the only cure for weakness. There is no shortcut, no magic pill. The pain, the fatigue, the doubt, they all melt away one rep at a time. Each time you push past the burn, you're rewriting your limits, carving strength into your bones. It's not just physical, it's mental, emotional. Every time you face the grind, you're building a fortress inside yourself. A fortress that says, no matter what, I endure, I rise, I conquer. Don't expect instant glory. Expect the slow burn, the daily war against giving up, the quiet victories only you witness, the small battles where you choose effort over ease, growth over comfort. This is what makes you powerful. Not one moment of greatness, but the lifetime of repetitions that lead there. So the next time you feel weak, remember, that feeling is temporary. Your resolve is what's permanent. Push again, and again, and again. Because strength is earned in the repetition, and you're built to repeat until you win. If you're ready to own this journey, to fight every day for your power, then subscribe now. Let's keep pushing together. You feel that sting deep inside, the urge to give in, to crumble under the weight. It's natural to want to cry, to feel sorry for yourself when the world hits hard and the pain is real. But here's the hard truth. Self-pity builds nothing. It's a dead end, a trap that keeps you stuck in the same place, drowning in excuses and what-ifs. You can sit there and let those tears fall. You can let the ache pull you down. But when the crying stops, what will you do? Will you stay down, or will you rise? Because the only thing that builds anything worth having is discipline. Discipline is what separates the quitters from the winners. It's the muscle that outlifts every doubt, the armor that outlasts every weakness, the fuel that outgrows every limit. No one's coming to save you. There is no hero on the horizon riding in to fix your mess. The only one who can rescue you from your lowest moments is the version of you that refuses to quit, the version of you that stands back up every single time you fall. That version doesn't wait for motivation or miracles. It moves with purpose, with relentless discipline. Discipline isn't easy. It's not glamorous. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It demands action, even when you don't want to give it. It's waking up before the world does, training when your body aches, pushing through when your mind begs for rest. It's the silent warrior that fights for you in the dark, long after the cheers have died down. This is the path to power. Cry if you must, feel every ounce of pain, but then get up. Outwork your weaknesses, outlift your fears, outlast every voice inside your head telling you to quit. Outgrow the limits you once thought defined you. Because quitting isn't an option. Not for the fighter inside you. Not for the dream that's waiting to become reality. You build your legacy not in the tears you shed, but in the discipline you show when no one is watching. So push yourself, train yourself, fight yourself. Because the strongest version of you is waiting on the other side of discipline, and it's worth every drop of sweat and sacrifice. If you're ready to stop feeling sorry and start building, subscribe now. Let's get after it. No excuses, no surrender. You look in the mirror and all you see is the broken parts, the cracks, the scars, the wounds that still sting. It feels like weakness is all you are, like you're trapped in a place you'll never escape. But here's what you need to hear. The strongest ones were once broken too. Every beast you admire, every warrior who stands tall, they've all been where you are right now, fragile, vulnerable, uncertain. What made them different? It wasn't some magic power or luck. It was a choice or refusal to stay broken. They felt that weakness deep in their bones, stared it straight in the eye, and then did something most won't. They killed it, not with force alone, but with relentless will. They didn't let their pain define them. They used it as fuel, as a signal that something needed to change, that their story wasn't over. It's your turn now. You're standing on the same edge, with the same fight inside you. It hurts, it feels heavy, but that's proof you're still alive, still capable of rising. You don't have to hide your cracks, they're the blueprint of your comeback. You owe it to yourself to rise from that brokenness stronger than ever before. This battle you face isn't easy. No warrior's journey ever is. But remember, the strongest weren't born strong. They were forged in the fire of their failures, their fears, and their darkest moments. They got up when their bodies screamed no. They fought when every voice told them to quit. So when you feel broken, don't run. Don't numb the pain or drown it in distractions. Feel it, own it. And then take the step that matters most. Refuse to stay there. Kill that weakness by standing up, by pushing forward, by fighting with every ounce of your being. Because that's how legends are made, not in moments of ease, but in moments when the world wants you to crumble and you choose to rise instead. If you're ready to stop feeling broken and start building strength, subscribe now and join the fight. This is where your comeback begins. No more excuses, no more waiting, just relentless growth. If you're ready to stop letting weakness define you and start turning your pain into power, then this is your moment. Hit that subscribe button and join a community that fights, grows, and wins together. Remember, strength isn't given, it's earned, and every step forward counts. Stay locked in, stay relentless, and let's build your legacy one battle at a time. Subscribe now and never back down.